position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, taking on last year's national champions, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic than they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Clemson Tigers offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today?
What's it so long? Get out there.
Gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This defense knew coming into tonight they had to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and they are wasting no time. They get a sack on the first play of the game.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Caught in the backfield. It's Addison. Across the 25. He's got room. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense.
Oh, he's got some space. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside.
Nah, bro. Not 3.
Not a whole lot to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and
That's
ready.
good.
So the Wake Demon Deacons offense has the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. It wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
God damn it. I can see damn.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now he's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Let's take a second here and talk Wake Forest. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Demon Deacons come to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to...
What the fuck?
that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
He did not make it a stonewall on third down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some more in the second.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Past the first down marker and still running. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, you know, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Addison. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short?
What
the defense did a good job of knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Leaves it with the back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on 1st down. He's going to let it go. Makes it on top. A giant chunk of yardage picked up for him there down to the 24. The Tigers will hustle to the line.
Really nice play there catching the pass. And I'll tell you, it's not easy to get on the field these days at Clemson if you're a wideout because of the...
Turning it on. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The screen, he can go. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and...
End zone.
It was say 7 seasons. Don't be lying, don't be lying, Jack.
Tiger. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. So he heads out of bounds, and with that return, we'll wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right, and then the defense caught up, played great D.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and this
Brings him to the open. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down.
Why did you think that way?
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, it's a good route by the wide receiver. He gets to the middle of the field. I think he just took his eyes off the football.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Ackerman. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Looking to throw for it. Close to the marker. It's Ramsey. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
And it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. From the gun, the ground game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice penetration by this defense. Getting in there immediately. Causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this one.
There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Demon Deacons in the hurry-up.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing? Finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over.
Looking downfield on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Punt is in the air. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, and mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quick release by the QB. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Wants to throw again. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here.
Ooh.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throwing right. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. That defense got gas, but they finally get it to the turf at the 47.
And after that long long completion for the first down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The RPO, it's complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Handoff from the gun. Running there. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Clemson looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Grab behind the line. It's Addison. Touchdown, Tiger. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were
They're dealing with a second and long.
Green 25.
To the ground with the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He wants to throw it. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
What are you doing?
And the Demon Deacons will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Pass rush. Coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. The Demon Deacons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gives it on the option. He's stopped in the backfield again, and this just hasn't been his night. It's been more like a nightmare. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. Handoff from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Clemson is quick to the
the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Under fire. Takes the easy one to the back.
Nigga, 6 by
And they
touchdown.
wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open.
Breaks into the open. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Touchdown, Clemson. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Takes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. On offense. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. The give out of the gun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going over the top. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. a little time to figure out how they'll open the... Here on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. He's looking to pass. Back swinging for the goal line. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add... Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
With the catch, it's Barry. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. He'll set up to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more. The Demon Deacons come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw again. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking to throw on first down. He's got an open man. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Creates a little space. There he goes. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just Balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Clemson jumps to the line. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Direct snap. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the Demon Deacons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just slipped through his fingers. The Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. What a terrible, terrible shame. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game, David.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. To the air on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Broken up, incomplete, and nearly intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Hit as he throws.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He'll take the deep shot. It's